Today, we are going to ignore this new Brawl Stars TOS situation in favor of something that I think is a little bit more wholesome, family-friendly, and most of all, massive, and that is the new brawler that is perfect for Brawl Stars. It's not often that I see a brawler concept and I think this would be perfect for the game, but now I have thought that thought. It has went into my brain and it is within me now. Meet Logan, the fairy hunter. He looks a little bit like Dr. Eggman, but hear me out, he's a cool guy. We have a whole lore page to go through, the turnaround, all of these cosmetics, like these look insanely accurate to something that might actually come to the game. Like look at Logan, bro, he is literally that guy. We have attacks, we have stats, we have visuals, we have the super visuals stats for that. Like there is a lot to go through here, and I just want to take my time with this post, avoid the Brawl Star controversies for once, and go through this because I think that brawler concepts that are this well thought out deserve more recognition than they get. So if you end up liking this post, then go to this Reddit user right here. I couldn't tell if it was AI AlBrawlSK or Al at first, but it's Al. AL. We have to read, I know. We can't read very well, but we can try. Logan was a writer who often crafted tales about the existence of fantastical beings. One day, he decided to venture into the enchanted forest. What? That's where Lily and Cordelius are from. What? Only to be transformed into a log of wood, hence his name, Logan. He doesn't remember much of what happened, but he firmly believes that fairies are to blame. Driven by this belief, he dedicates his time to studying and documenting any anomalies related to fairies in his journal, hunting them down in hopes of being turned back into a human. So, as a human, he was Dr. Eggman. Cordelius and Lily also believe in the existence of fairies, but they don't share Logan's obsession. Even so, they enjoy listening to their friends' wild theories while sitting around campfires or watering the flowers of the enchanted forest. So basically, we have lore. Not just Logan lore, but we have huge lore. I don't know if I'm supposed to pronounce it Logan or Logan, but I'm going to pronounce it Logan because he's a log. Logan theorizes that fairies are attracted to light and carries a brooch made of bling in the shape of what he imagines fairy to look like. He also carries a jar of fireflies, but always releases them after his nightly hunts. Here's the turnaround. We've already looked at this, not really too much to see, but it shows that a whole 3D thing was made for this brawler. That's like insane effort. All of these cosmetics here. There's a Hypercharge icon, all of the pins, the profile icon in a complete version, sprays. Like this is insane, bro. Moving on to the basic attack called a magic resin. Logan shoots resin from his hand in the form of 3 projectiles. It looks like luge but larger. If the resin hits a wall, it sticks to it for 8 seconds. During this time, if Logan hits the same wall with 9 projectiles, that wall will break. So he has to beat the ever-living crap out of a wall to break it, but he doesn't need a super to do so. I could see this being pretty useful, like if you're off spawn and nobody's near you. He has 4 ammo bars, surprisingly. Damage is 3 times 900. Range is normal, so like your average brawler. I see normal range these days as like Lou. Most brawlers have that kind of range. And then short is like super short. Then there's like M's, Crow, Lou, all of that. I think that's normal. And anything longer than that is long. Reload speed fast. Health 6,600. Movement speed fast. So these stats are pretty good. Seems like a Lou 2.0. But if his attacks are larger than Lou's, then he's just better than Lou. But we need to see what his super does. Super blindness. Ooh, wait, are we gonna get a blindness mechanic? Hold up. I'm acting like this is a real brawler coming into the game. I wish he was. He's cool. Logan throws his jar, creating a circle upon impact that releases 3 fireflies. Enemies within the circle become disoriented, causing their movement and attacks to reverse direction. For example, aiming forward will result in them aiming backwards. Oh my gosh. Okay, not what I thought when I read blindness. I thought that if they're in the circle, then their screen will like blacken around the circle and then all they can see is what's in the circle. That was kind of my hope there, but spinning them around also is fun. I just feel like this would be more annoying than being actually blinded. The range is normal, same as Tara's super. It does no damage. I think it should do at least like 10 per tick or something because we've seen supers like this that do no damage and they always get damage added to them later. Duration 5 seconds. So my question is, if you hit them with it, are they disoriented for 5 seconds or does it sit there for 5 seconds and as long as they're in it, they're disoriented? Who knows? Charge rate, 5 attacks, 5 full attacks, 15 projectiles. This would be a really wacky super. I'm trying to think of a comparison. Some of the wackiest ones in the game is like Willow's that completely controls a brawler. Nobody will ever do that ever again. And I can't really think of anything else that like changes your controls as the player getting hit by it besides like Willow's in a way and this. Star power, preserved in resin. When Logan's 4 ammo bars are fully charged, he gains a buff. His next projectile to hit an enemy will slow them down for 1 second. So this is like Lola's star power, where she does more damage if you have full ammo. So realistically, you would want to keep all of your ammo full as much as you can and then only shoot one at a time, because then you could just spam this and constantly slow people for 1 second, especially considering he has fast reload speed. So I think for zoning, this would actually be like too powerful. Like instead of it being when your ammo's full, you could just have the bar that comes back, and like every 5 seconds, 7 seconds, something like that, your next attack will slow them for 1 second. Then again, we have Gale, and he can do it with every single attack, which is broken. I don't know why he can do that. So maybe this isn't as bad as I'm thinking it is. Star power number 2, no shelter. Walls destroyed by Logan's resin now explode, dealing 1800 damage to nearby enemies. So this would be a good surprise factor, burst damage type thing. As long as the enemies are not aware or they're not expecting it, then this would be really good. With how this one currently is, I think this one would be better, because people are not always hugging those walls. If it's a big explosion though, like it could be good. Like this is a cool mechanic. I actually really like it. It's like Stu's breakthrough gadget a little bit. Gadget 1, Journal. Logan's next attack becomes his journal, which he throws. When it hits the ground, it opens a portal to the Shadow Realm for 3 seconds. Enemies inside the portal cannot use their supers or gadget while in the area. So as long as you are in the area, you're gone. Well, you could banish your teammates as well. What I'm thinking is you could kind of mind game enemies like this, where you could kind of like weave in and out of it and really trip people up. And it makes sense that he would also have a Shadow Realm thing, because the other two in this trio have one. But this one can give it to the teammates, which is insanely cool. And then after this, I think no other brawlers would have a Shadow Realm mechanic. It's kind of like a little super for him, but it's in the form of a gadget. Like you throw a circle, it does something to the people in it. This one just happens to put them in the Shadow Realm instead. That's a cool one. Almost like Vanish. Like you could put it on yourself and it could be really annoying, especially if you put it on your teammate. But at least you can kind of expect where they're gonna be once they come out, because it's in that kind of fine spot. Gadget number 2, immediate reload. Logan instantly charges his super. However, its duration is proportional to how much of it was charged before activating the gadget. Example, if Logan's super was 50% charged before using the gadget, the super will last 2.5 seconds. So it originally lasts 5 seconds. So the closer you are to getting the super and you just want it, you can click the button. And if you have like 0% supercharged, then the super will last like half a second. That's really bad. But if you have it almost fully charged and you just want it, you click the gadget, then it'll be almost a full duration. I think that's cool. I like unique and like specific mechanics like this. It kind of reminds me of what they do in League of Legends though. Like way back then, every champion was really simple, same as Brawl Stars. Like everything was really easy to understand. There wasn't too much going on. And now each champion that gets released in that game is like a wall of text with like passive abilities and all this crazy stuff. And Brawl Stars is like getting to that point almost, where every brawler has 2 star powers, 2 gadgets, a hypercharge, a passive ability. I remember them specifically saying, we're not gonna make the game too complex, but every time a new ability gets finished, they're going on to the next one. Oh, we also have gears now as well. And I think at this point, like, screw it, bro. Make it a wacky game. Like, add a bunch of unique stuff to brawlers that are coming to the game. What I'm mostly excited for is when every brawler has a hypercharge, because that means every new brawler will come out with one, and then by that point we're gonna have another new thing to the game. Speaking of hyperchargers, no healing here. Logan's super now converts all healing received by enemies within its area to 30% damage instead. So basically that means not only are their controls reversed, but if they ever heal, whether it's like passively through a star power, a super, anything like that, they get hurt instead and they're dead. Imagine throwing this in a Pam turret and killing an entire team that's in it. It seems a little oddly specific for a hypercharge. I think that maybe this could have been something different. I can't exactly think of anything on my own, so yeah, let me know what you guys think. Like maybe it could even convert the healing to him instead of damaging them, but then again, that's also like specific to healing. Like what if they just don't heal? I don't know. It's still cool. And then we just got a bunch of concept art. This seems so unbelievably official. I think it's so cool. Like look at this. It fits perfectly. I almost feel like Logan looks more real to the game than these two do, bro. Like he's even higher definition here. But yeah, that's the whole post. So if you liked it, make sure to go check out their account, and I will link anything I can find of this creator in the description. So yeah, go check that out. Welcome one and all gamers to the gameplay section of the video. I've been trying to do this more often because I feel like currently Brawl Stars views are down, not as many people are playing the game, and that means I'm not playing the game as much, so you guys are getting more community-based content than gameplay, but I'm trying to slide some gameplay in there anyways, so then, yeah, you get it. I'm gonna play two brawlers that remind me of the concept because these are pretty similar in a few ways. So first we have Lu. Out of every brawler in the game currently, Lu reminds me of Login the most. The 3 shots, the circle super, that disorients enemies in a way, the fast reload speed, it just all adds up. This is the brawler. Also, we have Cordelius on our team, which is fantastic. That is on topic. This Ems is getting bullied by this Kenji, bro. All right, time to do some Lu shenanigans. Let's freeze the man and he's dead. Ems! Don't you learn? You have one lesson to learn here. Stop going in there. You'd think after the second time she would stop walking face first into that bush. Now I'm walking straight face first, crashing out Brawl Stars edition, bro. I can't believe this. I need to recoup. I can't pull a Ludwig. I'm a Hypercharge, go straight up. Yup, clap these cheeks. 1, 2, 3. Blam, blam, blam. Just like that. Dead. Cord. Oh. You are God. Ems, heal. Heal. This is the random of all randoms that we're talking about here, all right? You understand, Ems? You understand the problem here? Wait, we actually win. Lu is so crazy now with this buff. The second brawler that reminds me of Login is Cordelius. Cordelius has a longer range than Lily. Cordelius pulls multiple people into the Shadow Realm, technically. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Brawl Stars may not like me right now. Holy moly. I'm still alive, baby. Oh my. Okay, we need to chill out here for a sec. I can't approach currently. This is not a very good matchup, I won't lie. Not with their Bell just running around like that. You know, I don't really appreciate that. You know, like when I'm playing Brawl Stars, I just don't really appreciate when the Bell is like running away from me like that. Get over here, Colette. I said, get over here, Colette. All right, I guess I'm leaving. We have confiscated their gems and their hearts. Die. I have also fallen. I think my Gene is holding it down freaky style, so, I mean, we should be good. Hey, Colette. Hey, I don't know if I appreciate you touching me in that way. That's actually very odd of you to do. What the freak? Okay, I was mashing my jumpy button, and jumpy button wasn't doing... What the freak? Oh, shucks. I have to whip it out. Whip it out. Whip it out. Oh, we're playing at 700, 800 trophies, by the way. These players are playing like their lives are on the line. The only one who isn't is Colette. Even then, I can't kill her. I'm just seeing a lot of range on this enemy team, and I don't really appreciate it. My Gene is the best player this game has ever seen. I love it. He's fantastic. I'm gonna jump over that. Yeah, no super for you, buddy. And my Pam is kind of just there doing Pam things, but we win the game because this Gene hard carried. But yeah, you combine Cordelius and Lu, you got Login, kind of. I think he would be a really cool concept. That's why I wanted to make this video. I'm also just trying to show the cool things in the community recently. Like, we went through Masteries, we're going through this brawler. I might do more as long as you guys enjoy these and as long as the creators are okay with it. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Subscribe, we're trying to hit 1 million, and I will see you later. Have a good night.